The war began with the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria on June 28, 1914, which ignited tensions that had been building up for years. Tensions in Europe had been simmering for some time, particularly in the troubled Balkan region of southeast Europe. Various alliances and political instability in the Balkans threatened to disrupt the delicate balance of power in Europe. The spark that set off the war occurred in Sarajevo, Bosnia, when Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife were assassinated by a Serbian nationalist named Gavrilo Princip. This event triggered a rapid chain of events that led to the outbreak of war. The conflict involved two major alliances. The Central Powers, consisting of Germany, Austria-Hungary, Bulgaria, and the Ottoman Empire, fought against the Allied powers, which included Great Britain, France, Russia, Italy, Romania, Canada, Japan, and eventually the United States. These alliances brought together nations from different parts of the world, turning the war into a truly global conflict. World War I was characterized by the use of new military technologies and the horrors of trench warfare. It saw unprecedented levels of carnage and destruction. Both sides dug elaborate networks of trenches that stretched across the Western Front, a stagnant and deadly battleground that ran through Belgium and France. Soldiers endured brutal conditions, including constant artillery bombardment, poison gas attacks, and close-quarters combat. The war introduced new weapons like machine guns, tanks, and airplanes, which changed the nature of warfare and contributed to the staggering loss of life. The war had a devastating impact on both military personnel and civilians. By the time the war ended in 1918, more than 16 million people, including soldiers and civilians, had lost their lives. The toll on human life was immense, with soldiers enduring unimaginable hardships and facing the constant threat of death. The war also left behind a trail of destruction, ravaging cities, towns, and the countryside. Unrestricted submarine warfare and other factors pushed the nation into the conflict. The arrival of American troops bolstered the Allied forces and played a significant role in tipping the balance in their favor. The war came to an end with the signing of the Armistice of Compiègne on November 11, 1918. The Allied powers claimed victory, and a series of peace treaties, most notably the Treaty of Versailles in 1919, were signed to establish post-war order. The treaty imposed heavy reparations on Germany, leading to economic hardships and political instability in the years that followed. World War I had far-reaching consequences that shaped the course of history. It weakened and eventually led to the collapse of several empires, including the Austro-Hungarian, German, Russian, and Ottoman empires. The war also set the stage for future conflicts and political movements, such as the Russian Revolution and the rise of nationalism in Europe.